Hello. I've got a confession to make. I've left my notes at home. So if you think why is that professor's useless, isn't he? He can't speak off the top of his head. He's actually having to look at his notes. But luckily, I know I'm useless, so I sent them to myself as an email. The question is about music being rubbish and now, etc. Well, yeah, of course it is, but it was rubbish before as well, and it was great before, and it was rubbish before as well, and it's always. But my point being that music can be everything you want it to be. It can be fantastic, and it can be brilliant, and it can be rubbish, and it can be great, and it can be all of that stuff. In terms of the nostalgia thing, I mean, it's really interesting on that because. It may be hard for you to imagine this now, looking at this boring old bloke now, or maybe you do if you can spot the amount of buttons I've got on my jacket or who made it, but I'm just a bit of an old mod. And I'm of that 1979 mod revival, if any of you can remember it, which was started by some individual in 1977, Paul Weller, at the height of punk, wandering around, dressing like he just stepped out of Ready Steady Go in 1964 and thinking he was a mod, but he was in the middle of everybody wandering around with what's it called, safety pins and talking and ripped up trousers, and he's wearing a black and white suit, white shirt, black ties, black and white shoes, saying that we should be looking to the past. And he was referred to as a revivalist, and I remember he famously walked around that day, said he was 18 years old, saying I'm fucking 18 years old, what am I reviving? I wasn't even bloody born. I was about 5 when it all happened. But the point being, I'm a product of that to this day. I still am. Actually, technically, so is Noel. Noel's a couple of years younger than me. Oasis was, I'm from Manchester. we were hanging out in all the same places. Oasis was the little place, the lower arcade of the Arndale Centre in Manchester, where we used to go to get our little mod clothing in the early 80s. So the fact of the matter is, I should be a big fan, and I was a big fan of Oasis when they started, but I've got a problem with this thing now. I think that actually they shouldn't be bothered. They shouldn't come back, and that's not me saying that just because they shouldn't look back in anger and all those kind of cliches. You're probably going to get quite a few of those at some point today from lots of us on the panel, I'm sure, and from you guys as well. But the fact of the matter is, what are they bringing to the party? See, and I have a friend who teases me about this, which is say there's no conversation or no lecture or nothing in the world that I couldn't give that I couldn't actually have parallels to the lyrics of Paul Weller or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, I'll be watching him live again in a few weeks. I watched him a few months ago as well. If you follow, as somebody who follows his career, it's not nostalgia. He's created his own little genre, quite frankly. And there are other bands, he's not alone, there are other people like him who've carried on. But my problem with the Oasis thing is, what are they going to be bringing to the party? Is it just going to be a sing-along to their greatest hits? Or are they going to give us something new? Now, if they go and give us something new, then we can have a conversation about whether or not it means something today. Or whether or not they're just caught in the past, and actually then it becomes nostalgia. Because the people who are going to it, the dad rockers, people like me who should be the archetypal kind of fan at those gigs, are they just going there because they because they think they can't relate to any kind of modern music, or are they going there because Oasis offers something new? I don't think they offer anything new. Now that's not to say for in any way that I think that new music isn't good. I like new bands. I go watching new bands all the time. The thing is, they're influenced by the stuff that I was influenced by, and I could go on and on and on and on. So I would say, whether or not it's the right subject matter for this conversation about, modern music is great, but it's actually shit. Old music is great, but man, it was shit as well. The whole reason why we ended up, it's very interesting, with the height of all of that kind of punk and everything being really supposed to be really exciting and fresh. What do a whole generation of us do? Say, we love that, can we just look back to the 1960s instead? So the fact of the matter is, if you're having a go at these people today as well, for saying that they may be looking back to nostalgia, etc., we've all done it.
Okay, you've done it, done it, yeah, thank you.
That was not less Ramones and more maybe New Order.
Thank you.